Before this video ends, you'll discover if you become a respected samurai or just another forgotten warrior lost to history. You're born in a small village during Japan's feudal era. The moment you open your eyes, your future is already shaped by the world around you. Powerful lords rule the land, castles rise above the hills, and loyal warriors protect their masters with unwavering discipline. Whether you were born into a samurai family or not, every choice you make could determine the rest of your life. As a child, your days begin before sunrise. You help your family with simple chores, learn to respect your elders, and quickly discover that discipline is valued above comfort. Every mistake becomes a lesson, and every success must be earned through patience rather than praise. If your family belongs to the samurai class, your training starts almost immediately. A wooden sword becomes your favorite possession, and every morning is filled with endless practice. You learn balance, focus, and self-control long before you're trusted with the real blade. Your teachers constantly remind you that a samurai is more than a skilled fighter. Honor, loyalty, and responsibility are considered more important than strength alone. Winning a battle means little if you lose your integrity along the way. Years pass and your training becomes far more demanding. Every sunrise begins with exhausting drills, pushing your body beyond its limits. Day after day, your strength, discipline, and determination slowly begin to shape you into a true warrior. You practice archery on horseback with relentless focus. Every arrow must fly straight even while your horse races across the field. Mistakes are corrected immediately because hesitation could one day cost your life. Swordsmanship becomes part of your daily life. You repeat the same movements thousands of times until every strike feels effortless. Your sword slowly becomes an extension of your own body. Not every lesson involves a weapon. You also study reading, writing, poetry, and beautiful calligraphy inside quiet classrooms. Your masters believe that wisdom is just as important as strength. As you grow older, the peaceful rhythm of village life begins to change. Travelers bring unsettling news of conflicts spreading across distant provinces. Everyone quietly realizes that peace may not last much longer. Eventually, the day arrives when you receive your first real sword. As you hold the polished katana in your hands, excitement quickly mixes with responsibility. You understand that this blade is no longer meant for practice, but for real battles that may decide life or death. Before long, your lord commands every loyal warrior to prepare for war. Armor is carefully inspected, weapons are sharpened, and horses are made ready before sunrise. Across the village, families quietly say their final goodbyes, uncertain if they will ever meet again. The excitement of becoming a warrior quickly disappears as you march toward the battlefield. Every step feels heavier as the distant sounds of war grow louder. For the first time, you truly understand that this is no longer training. The battlefield is nothing like you imagined. Arrows darken the sky while dust and smoke cover the ground. The clash of steel echoes from every direction as chaos surrounds you. Every decision you make could save your life or end it within seconds. Your training finally guides your movements without hesitation. Instinct replaces fear as survival becomes your only focus. Fear never completely disappears, even for experienced warriors. Your heart pounds inside your armor as another wave of enemies approaches, yet you choose to stand your ground instead of running away. When the fighting finally ends, you realize you are still alive. The battlefield falls strangely silent as the smoke slowly clears. Around you, the true cost of victory becomes impossible to ignore. You return home with experience, confidence, and the respect of your fellow warriors, but deep inside, you know that every future battle will demand even greater sacrifices. Your journey as a samurai has only just begun. As the years pass by, your reputation slowly begins to grow throughout the region. Villagers recognize you as a disciplined samurai who always fulfills his duty. Some admire your courage, but others quietly fear the sword at your side. Serving your lord becomes the center of your life. Every command is accepted without hesitation, no matter how difficult the task may be. Your loyalty defines who you are more than your skill with a sword. Breaking your promise would bring shame not only to yourself, but also to your entire family. Honor is something earned over a lifetime and lost in a single moment. Every decision carries consequences far beyond yourself. Life is not always spent on the battlefield. During peaceful years, you protect villages, settle disputes, and help keep order across the land. Your sword becomes a symbol of safety instead of war. Even during times of peace, your training never truly ends. Every morning you continue practicing your swordsmanship to keep your skills sharp. Discipline remains a lifelong responsibility. People begin to see you as more than just a warrior. Your calm judgment earns the trust of both villagers and fellow samurai. Respect is no longer given because of your sword, but because of your character. Political alliances begin to change faster than ever before. The clan that once fought beside you may suddenly become your greatest enemy. In feudal Japan, trust is often tested as much as courage. You soon realize that surviving as a samurai requires more than skill with a sword. Wisdom, patience, and careful decisions become just as important in every challenge you face. One reckless choice could cost countless lives. Some samurai rise to become respected commanders, leading hundreds of loyal warriors into battle. Others spend their entire lives serving faithfully without ever becoming famous. In the end, honor often outlives victory itself. As you enter middle age, younger warriors begin looking to you for guidance. You patiently teach them the lessons once passed down by your own masters. Through your words and actions, a new generation begins to grow. The sword that once felt impossibly heavy now moves effortlessly in your hands. Every scar in your body reminds you of battles that shaped your life. Experience has become your greatest weapon. Looking back, you realize your greatest victories were never measured by the number of battles you won. They were measured by the people you protected and the values you never abandoned. That's what truly defines the life of a samurai. As the years continue to pass, age finally begins to slow your body. The long hours of training that once felt effortless now demand every bit of your remaining strength, yet your determination remains as unshakable as ever. The battlefield now belongs to a younger generation. Instead of leading every charge, you now guide others with the wisdom earned through decades of experience. Your greatest weapon has become your knowledge. Looking back on your life, you realize your greatest challenge was never defeating another warrior. It was learning to master your own fear, pride, and anger. That lesson stayed with you long after every battle had ended. When your journey finally comes to an end, your sword is carefully passed to the next generation. But the greatest inheritance you leave behind is not a weapon. It is the honor, discipline, and courage that shaped your entire life. Even after your final days, the values you lived by continue inspiring those who follow. Every lesson you taught lives on through your students. In that way, a samurai spirit never truly disappears. Centuries pass, and the age of the samurai finally comes to an end. Castles become quiet, and the great battles fade into history. But the spirit of the samurai refuses to disappear. The values of honor, discipline, courage, and loyalty continue to shape Japanese culture today. They are passed from one generation to the next through tradition and education. The lessons of the samurai live on far beyond the battlefield. Ancient castles, peaceful temples, and beautiful gardens still welcome millions of visitors every year. Every stone, wooden gate, and quiet pathway tells a story from Japan's remarkable past. Walking through these places feels like stepping back in time. Stories of legendary samurai continue to inspire people around the world. Books, museums, movies, and games keep their adventures alive for every new generation. Their legacy reaches far beyond the borders of Japan. Looking back, you realize the greatest achievement of a samurai was never fame or power. It was choosing honor over fear, discipline over comfort, and duty over personal gain. Those choices created a legacy that has survived for centuries. So, if you had been born in feudal Japan, do you think you would have earned the honor of becoming a respected samurai, or would history have quietly forgotten your name? Let us know your answer in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for the next journey through history.